Hey guys, welcome to episode 12 of Sunday Night Live. Coming to you live from the JPVideos studio here. And we're going to kick things off for this episode here. Hopefully everyone had a good week and an even better weekend. And we got a few things to cover tonight like usual, so it should be a pretty exciting stream. So if you're tuning in, sit back, relax, make sure to say hi, and have a good time. How's everyone doing? Good to see you here. Welcome, everyone. I see a lot of familiar faces, which is always good. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. You're on time, Rob. You're okay. I'm sure at some time tonight we will be graced by the appearance of Jinx. He is being very playful tonight, so I'm sure he'll come by sooner or later. Hunberter with his first $1.99 donation of the day. Thank you so much for the donation. I'm doing pretty good, Nelson. Had a pretty good weekend. Busy day today. Had a lot of fun, though. Brought out the potato gun to a pretty cool location and filmed some abandoned items of sorts. So, all in all, it was a good time. Hey, Liam. Hey, everyone. Alan's here. Hello. Let's see. Jill's here. Everyone's here. Good. Yeah, they're calling for pretty good weather. It was beautiful today. Sunny weather. Blue skies. It was around 50 degrees. I actually did some of my exploring just wearing a t-shirt today. It's quite nice. Real potatoes, yes. Some potatoes were sacrificed for that fun portion of the day. If you don't know what a potato gun is, you'll have to wait for the video. Need to try Wendy's breakfast. That will be coming out at some point. I do have other videos I need to get out first. Tuesday and Thursday of this week will both be Chow Time episodes. I did go shopping at a new store. Found some new items to try, some chocolate items and some different snacks. So that will probably be Tuesday. And Thursday, as long as everything goes okay, we're going to be doing Jill's going to be doing a blindfolded taste test. I'm going to be feeding her stuff. Kind of some revenge from the raw vegetable stream. So after that, we will get back on board with some more food items from Wendy's, and Dunkin' Donuts actually has a new item out right now too that I need to get to and try. So a lot of stuff planned. As you can see too, do have a mountain of mail. So we're going to be opening that pretty short. Let's try that again. Opening that pretty shortly. We do have obviously a question of the week, the new segment that I like to ask you guys a question and hear your feedback on it. And also going back in time to watch one of my older videos. I do have a good one today. It does have something to do with some abandoned structures and also a kind of a tragedy that took place, some devastating news that was local to the area that happened back in the 90s. And that video is going to be covering that location. Barbara's here. Hello. And Jinxie is just out of camera, but he is up here, so he's waiting his turn to come over. Tried the KFC donut. It was good. Yes, I agree. I will be having another one. I only had one so far, but more will be consumed, definitely, before it's gone. You guys do have blue lighting tonight? Jinxie, everyone's waiting for you. Say hello, Jinx. Maybe you should face the camera so they don't see your behind. And the microphone does not nuzzle back. Blue looks good, yeah. Definitely can't go wrong with blue. There's Adam. Hey, Rapids. LS6. Hello. I was gone most of the day today, but from what Jill said, Jinxie has been relatively good. I'm sure he'll make up for it tonight. Hey, there's Jacqueline. Good to see you here. And now he's going to look at himself on the screen. What are you going to do? You going to stay up here? You going to get down? Because you can't step on the keyboard. You might accidentally end the stream. Nope. Gotta get back. I'm going to wait for him to do what he's doing, and then we'll get moving on here. You might hear some squeaking, too. His toys are up here. He keeps bumping into them. He's reading the captions. All right, so at this time, we're going to move on to our first segment of the night. Mail call. Mail. You've got mail. That's what I like to hear. We always have mail each and every week. They love to open. So many generous viewers out there who take the time to send me something, whether it's a card or an item or cat treats, whatever it is. It's always a good time to open it up and see what there is. So we're going to just dive right into it. I will try to keep an eye on the chat from time to time, but guys, just sit back and take a little break and see what I get. Okay, and I do apologize if I screw this up. I always get the initials mixed up. Cleo, Missouri, I believe. M.I. Is that Missouri? It's from MJ. From Cleo, M.I. I think that's Missouri or Michigan. I can't believe. I don't know what that is. I always keep screwing it up. Mississippi. Thank you, Jill. One day I will learn this. I did graduate high school, believe it or not. M.I. is Michigan. Oh, okay. So Cleo, Michigan? All right. I'm going to give myself a little cheat sheet for next week. That way I'm not sitting here stumped as to what it is. M.I. Michigan, M.S. Mississippi. Okay. Thanks, Sandra. Hope you had a good weekend, too. Hello in Ohio. Missouri is M.O. Okay. Getting a geography lesson here. But anyways, it's from MJ out of Cleo, Michigan. So it's got a card with balloons on it there. Hey, there's RJ. Haven't talked to you in a while. Yes, Rob, I do know what Florida is. I'm just talking about the M-I-M-O-M-S stuff. There's Retromantic. There's Judy. Hello. This does not want to open very easily. Okay. Oh. Hi, JP. Have a great birthday. Greetings from Michigan. From Miss Janie. It says, happy birthday. And hi, Jill. Hi, Lily. And monetary donation enclosed. And your birthday's in March 2, March 9th. Well, Miss Janie, happy early birthday to you. As another March birthday is always good to have. Nice little card here. It is just only 3 days away from my birthday, so it's actually perfect timing. So very thoughtful and generous of you to send that. And it will go with my collection of cards. I'll have to start a new pile now for birthday, but Miss Janie from Cleo, Michigan, thank you so much. Handing over the phone to Laura to respond. Okay. Not my birthday yet. Save that till Wednesday. I will be streaming live Wednesday as we have some cake for my birthday. So I do appreciate the birthday gestures, but save those for Wednesday. We'll stream live Wednesday night and celebrate my birthday together. Okay, now we got 2 cards here. They're from the same person, Miss Marty Jones. I believe, yeah, she is in here. One is addressed to me, one is to Lily. This one is to Lily, and she is from, and my apologies if I butcher this, Osawatomie, Kansas? Osawatomie, Kansas, KS. I think I have that right. But this is from our very own Marty Jones. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Sheila. It's okay. No reason to apologize. I can celebrate all month. That's true, I guess. Ooh, very nice card. So, again, this one is addressed to Lily. But it's a nice teal card. It says, wow, with tons of exclamation points. So, Marty, is this okay to read out loud since it is to Lily, or would you rather me save it for her? Getting better at pronouncing it. Let me see what you say. I don't want to read it if you don't want me to. I could save it for her if you want her to maybe read out one of her videos. Got to figure out a way to feed you on Wednesday night. Well, hopefully you're in the mood for cake, David. Yes. Well, I asked two questions. Do you want me to read it or do you want me to save it for Lily? There's a bunch of birthdays in March. I know a few people that have it. When are you doing your live chat Wednesday during the day? Will it be? It'll be Wednesday evening. Probably around 7, 8 p.m. around there. Yeah, waiting for Marty's response. But I guess I'll just continue. I don't know what she wants me to do with this card. Oh, me read. Okay. Sorry about that. So it says, Lily, congrats. I really enjoyed the live stream. It was fun having you show us this game. I had not seen it before and really enjoyed it. Look forward to seeing you live again and all your videos. Great work. So proud of you. Congratulations, Marty Jones. So nice handwritten letter to Lily. She is taking a shower now and going to bed for school, so she will get it tomorrow. And she did include an envelope saying, a little something for you. Hope you find something you enjoy. So I will not open that. I will let Lily open that. But Marty, on behalf of Lily and myself, thank you so very much. Okay, second envelope for Marty again. Oh, Suetomi, Kansas. Hopefully that was correct. And this one, I believe, is for me. So I actually like the postage stamp on it. It's got like a vintage airplane with some pilots. Pretty cool looking. Hey, there's Sally. Video buffering. That's not good. Okay, so we got happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Lily's in high school. Okay. So, Jay, hoping your birthday is extra special. You are... I always have trouble reading fancy cursive. Joe, can you possibly read this? I'm sorry. I don't know what the one word is. I don't want to mess it up. The second sentence there.
You are wished the very best today and always.
Wished? Okay. So thanks to my wife Jill for translating. It says, you are wished the very best today and always. Another year of being great. There's just so much to celebrate. Marty Jones. And she said, find something you enjoy on your special birthday, with a little smiley face in the envelope. So I'm pretty sure it's a monetary donation, so I will open that later on. But Marty, thank you very much. Very thoughtful of you to send that for my birthday. And even better to send something for myself and for Lily. I'm sure she's going to be ecstatic to see what she gets, and we'll keep you updated as to what she decides to purchase. Messy cursive. Well, I don't have any good handwriting myself. It's almost like Egyptian. It's like you have to try to decipher it, so I can't really complain too much. But some words are kind of, or letters are a little fancier than others. Okay, so next item here. I don't know who it's from. I have an idea. But this is being sent, it says Nippon Tomodachi Japanese Candy out of Lexington, Kentucky. I think that's the company that sends this out. I may have an idea who this is from, but we got to open it and find out. But Amazon Prime package. Okay, so this is from Monica M. She's always been very generous in the premieres and super chats. I'm sorry, premieres and live streams with her super chats. And she did mention she was going to send something out through Amazon. So this is indeed from Monica M. And looks like it's some Japanese candies, I believe. Oh my goodness. There's a ton of stuff in here. Clear over like 12 to 15 items. This is ridiculous. But in a good way. I'm not complaining. I honestly don't think it's going to really be time consuming to show you everything right now. I think I'm going to save this bag just for a Chow Time episode. Because if I sit here and go through each and every item, it's going to take probably 7 to 8 minutes. There's a lot of stuff here. But it is all like, just to give you an example, like some kind of teriyaki flavored snack. So it's all stuff from, I think, yeah, it's all Japanese candy. Oh, 30 pieces. 30 pieces in this bag. My God. Monica, thank you so very much. That is pretty awesome to send such a generous item like that. And on top of it, 30 pieces of it at that. So this will be a long Chow Time episode when I decide to do that. But 30 Japanese pieces of assorted snacks and candies. I can only imagine what's in here. So that will be definitely a future episode. I will let you know when it's going to be coming out. But Monica, thank you very much. All right, 2 items to go. This one is from Dana, which is Barbara's daughter, Dana Bray, out of Hilliard, Florida. I know I'm pronouncing that correct. Myra Anderson, $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Linda, your birthday month too. Well, happy birthday to you, Linda, whenever it is. Okay, we got a few items in here. And you can see it's wrapped in blue tissue paper, so Barb always makes a point to send something that's blue or teal. Yeah, she knows those are my favorite colors. So we got a few items wrapped up. We do have a letter, though. I will open that first. Nicoletta Trumpy Bear Fist Bump, $2.99. Thank you so very much. Hopefully you can see this card. If I have to, I'll dim the lighting. It says birthday hug incoming. So, pretty funny card. Flying cat. Birthday hug incoming. Brace yourself. Everybody gets a hug in the South. LOL. Hope you have a great birthday. You deserve it. See you then, Barb and Dana. And another awesomely generous donation, monetary donation. But yes, I agree. People down in the South, when I travel down there, are very polite. And their hospitality is, I could say, above and beyond what it is here in Pennsylvania. So it doesn't surprise me that you are such an awesome person like you are. To you and Dana. Dana has a great role model, and you have a great daughter who's very talented. So I can't wait to see what's in the blue tissue paper. But thank you so very much for the incoming birthday card hug. Oh. Losing stuff here. Okay, so first up we got I believe this is a butterfly. And I'm not mistaken, looks like she drew it and colored it. Let's see. Happy birthday, butterfly drawn and painted. Yeah, I was right. She loves butterflies, painted by Dana. So she actually drew this and painted it. And she did an awesome job, much better than I can ever do. So, Barb, you have a talented daughter on your hands. That's really incredible. Mine would be like a stick figure. I can't draw if my life counted on it. But Dana, you did a fantastic job. Thank you so very much. What's this? So we got a little squishy donut keychain. That's actually pretty neat. Looks like a real donut. Chocolate frosted with sprinkles on it, but someone took a bite out of it. Not scented, but pretty cool little keychain though. I am definitely a lover of donuts. Mailing address, Diana, can be found in every video description, but it is P.O. Box 365. If one of the moderators can maybe copy and paste it, that would be great. But it can be found below every video description. Oh, Monica's in here too. So Monica, thank you so very much for the 30 Japanese treats. I will do a special episode just for you with that. What is this? Oh, Godiva chocolate. Belgium 1926 solid milk chocolate. I will be sharing that, I think, during this episode. Cannot go wrong with chocolate. You guys know me very well. So thank you again to both, excuse me, both Barb and Dayton. We have one more item here. Don't bite it. Donut looks good, though. This one's kind of heavy. Okay, so we have a written note here. Sandra's pink videos, $5 super chat. Thank you, Sandra. Says, we found this spike back in the 1970s, over 100 years old now. Came from an abandoned rail line that ran through our property, carrying freight from St. Mary's River inland, northeast Florida, at the turn of the century, 1900s. Well, I'm kind of jealous. You had an abandoned rail line running through your property. So I can only assume, oh my God, this is so incredible. So I knew it was going to be a railroad spike, but what do you see what they did to it? Look at that. They put a little train on top of the railroad spike. How awesome is that? I am blown away. That is such a cool item. This is going to be displayed somewhere in my studio area. But I'm not sure, Barb, if you're responsible for this, or Dana, or both of you, but thank you so very much. That is one of the coolest items I've ever received, and a really creative idea at that. Railroad spikes I've come across, I do have a few of them of my own, but to put a train like that on top of it, from the early 1900s, turn of the century, that is simply mind-blowing. One of the coolest gifts I've ever received. Really, I'm not just saying that either. Knowing where it came from, knowing who it came from, and knowing that this was sent to me out of your thoughtfulness, it's just, geez, I can't really say enough good things. So I definitely will find a place for this where it's going to be visible during the stream. Heavy, obviously, like a railroad spike, but just knowing the history behind it and who this is responsible by, I'm full of smiles over here. So Barb and Dana, thank you so very, very much. This really made my night tonight. So for right now, it's going to go right here in front of the desk, and I will find a proper home for it. Really, that's probably, out of all the things you've ever given to me, though, which I never asked for, it's based on your generosity, that is by far the very best item. I love Christmas story stuff. I love chocolate. But when it comes to railroading and knowing that you guys, I mean, did you make that? Was that something that you found? I mean, I know the spike came from your property, but did you find the train and then glue it on there? Or I'm just curious how that came about. Was it made specifically for me, or was that something you had around your home? I'm not really sure, but if you want to share that, you're welcome to. But that is so freaking cool. Raised bed and a spike. Well, that's evidence enough. But just to know that you had the abandoned rail line going through your property is awesome. Nowhere you can send mail. I'm not sure RJ's responding to something. Yeah, I'm going to have to watch this back if I missed your comment, but that really, I can't say enough good things. That's such an awesome gift. Glued a little Christmas ornament on it years ago. I never would have thought of something like that. That's really creative, though. It's like perfectly hand in hand. A little wooden train on a railroad spike, which came from an actual railroad. So, thank you so much. Okay, we got one last item here. This is from Pam. Now let's see if I got this correct. I think this is out of Montana. M.O. is Montana, I believe? No? Missouri? What's M.O.? I know you guys told me. Jonesburg, M.O. What's M.O.? I really need to get myself a cheat sheet for next week. Is that Missouri now? Missouri. Okay. Jonesburg, Missouri, from Pam. It's a pretty heavy box here. Next week I'm going to have a little sticky note on my computer with those states I keep getting confused on. I passed geography. I just can't remember for the life of it which one is which. All right, yes, I see Missouri now. I will not make that mistake next week. And next week there probably won't be anything from any of those states. Jeez. This box is loaded. You can read this on air. And this one says do not read live. Okay, so I'll put that one on the side. Okay, so this is from Pam. It says, enclosed are items I purchased in Texas, Mexico, and in my hometown. I labeled each item. Oh, yeah, she did tell me she was going to be sending this out. I labeled each item so you will know where I purchased them. After packing them, I realized there was no chocolate. I couldn't send you a box without chocolate, so I ran into Aldi's and purchased a couple bars. I hope most of these items are good. We'll enjoy watching you try them. Thanks for your great YouTube channel. We really enjoy it. I enjoyed shopping for these items. Sincerely, Ed and Pam. P.S. I hope Lily likes her t-shirt and bracelet. I enjoyed picking out these things for her. Well, Ed and Pam, thank you in advance. I'm going to go through the box now, which is loaded to the top, and we'll see what's in there. Okay, so Lily's going to be making out like a bandit. She's got a couple items tonight. First one is a gift from Marty. And now we got a really cool t-shirt here. What's that say? Puerto Progreso, Mexico. And I guarantee she's going to love this. She likes the color scheme of that. And I mean, I like it myself, but I know she's going to like it. So knowing that you picked this up for her, she's going to be really thrilled to get that. Let's see. And Lily has one more gift here in a little tin box here. Oh, wow. It's actually a really beautiful little bracelet. If I could try to show you. It's like, reminds me of like like Native American almost. I'm not sure where this one came from. If it does, maybe you could let me know. But that is a really nice little bracelet. Nice colors on it. So when she wakes up tomorrow, or I should say when she gets home from school tomorrow, she'll have like a field day, like Christmas all over again. Let me see. Okay, so this box again is loaded with snacks. I don't want to waste too much time and go through each and every one. So again, this will be a whole nother episode right here. There's probably close to a dozen items, and they're all labeled where they came from. So Pam and Ed, thank you so very much for the generous gift. That's going to make for a good episode of Chow Time. And Lily will definitely enjoy those gifts. I will, if you want to message me on Facebook like you did, I will let you know her personal thoughts on those. But thank you so much for the gifts. Again, if it wasn't so many items, I would take the time to go through and show you. But we do have more to continue on with the stream. So right now we got 2 extra Chow Time episodes to look forward to. Japanese and some down south items. So very awesome. Very cool of everyone. Thank you so much on behalf of myself, Jill, and Lily. We really cannot ask for better viewers than we have right now. Yeah, it's definitely going to be 2 episodes. That would be an extremely long 1 episode. I do have the Godiva bar, though. I'm going to break this open, though. I will taste this. I haven't had Godiva in a long time. Barb's already looking forward to the Chow Time. It's going to be an exciting one. We got 2 planned for this week and already 2 for next week. Plus, Munch Pack is on its way to my house. So the next few weeks are going to be quite busy with food episodes. So if you do like those, you're going to be in for quite a treat. Golden wrapper, but not a golden ticket. Donna's looking forward to the Chow Time. Awesome. Got a nice printed G on there for the Godiva. Solid milk chocolate. Really thick. Gotta get this down. Yes, I agree. Best viewers ever. And Jinx is investigating the items on the ground, so you may hear some noise in the background and distance. He's eating. Yes, I'm eating the Godiva chocolate from Barb and Dana. Like always, I will share the rest with them tomorrow. But that was really good. It's not super sweet, but it's more on the lines of kind of like Milka chocolate almost. I have had Belgian chocolate before. It's always delicious, but a little thicker than like regular Hershey's milk chocolate, but very tasty though. So that was nice to get a little sweet treat in my stomach. That's better. Okay, so we're a little bit behind on time here just because the mail was a lot more this week, but that was a good thing. I love opening the mail and just seeing what is going to be coming, whether it's a card or a gift or a treat, whatever it is. I have no complaints. Anyone is welcome to send me anything at any time. All I ask is that if you do send something, write a little note. Let me know who it's from, obviously, and let me know if I could share that live on the stream or not. Otherwise, I will respect your privacy wishes if you wish I don't share that with everyone. But we're going to move on to the next segment here. That is Question of the Week. And I have a question for you that I think a lot of you will have fun answering. But if you're able to bring something back from the past that you think would make life better today, what would it be? It could be a person, could be a place, could be a thing, could be anything. But if you had the option to bring one thing back from the past that would make life better today, what would it be? After I check your comments, I will let you know my answer. Desi says her mom. Nicoletta says Elvis. Grandma and Grandpa, easy choice. Parents, railroads. My mom, parents. Seems to be a popular answer. Monica says nothing. Humbug. Nancy says her boyfriend. Nick says his youth. Mama, mom and dad and sister, parents. Monica says youth. So a lot of it is coming down to relatives and family. Quite the popular answer, and I can see why. As someone who lost his mother, I could definitely see how having a mom or dad or both back around again would make things better. Steam engines. That's a good answer there, Sally. Great-grandparents. I never met my great-grandparents, so that always something that would be considerable to have them come back to meet them. Values in general. That's also good, Cindy. So for me, 1900s, yes. I have two answers. These are probably my top two. Aside from family members, obviously, that passed away, these are more like material items. Number one would be to bring back the 80s. I grew up through the 80s, and that was the best time of my life. And things were much simpler back then, much happier, less things to worry about. Music was fantastic back then. Just, as Ellen the Retro Romantic likes to say, it's kind of retro nowadays to look back at the 80s. So 80s I would bring back if I could. Just that era, that time frame, and the things that used to exist in the 80s. Going along with that is our local amusement park that closed down in the 80s. It was called Rocky Glen Amusement Park. Those of you who are local may know that. It was in Lackawanna County in Moosic. It was a smaller amusement park. I have done numerous videos on it. I have actually have a Rocky Glen playlist. I remember going there in the early 80s as a young child. I don't have many memories for it, but I do remember some of it. But I've learned a great deal from helping make the videos I've created about Rocky Glen. But having that park open today, it would be a stone's throw away from where I'm located. Just to know you have a nice family-friendly amusement park just so close to home, and would be a great place to take a family, because Knoebels right now is the next best thing to that. That is an hour away. If Rocky Glen was open today, if under the right conditions it was able to survive, I think that would be a great thing to have back and make people, or allow people to have somewhere nice to go, to make memories, to bring their children, to bring dates. So for me, it would be the 80s and Rocky Glen Park. But a lot of good answers from everyone, though. But thankfully, I'm blessed to have Knoebels. That's one of the reasons why I do stick around here in Pennsylvania. I would love to travel, or I've even talked to Jill about moving away to either down south or out west. And not to say that it will never happen, but it would be very difficult to leave behind Knoebels. Knoebels is very near and dear to my heart. I've been going there ever since I can remember, and I've been taking Lily there since she's a little kid. And it would be tough to walk away from that park, but the future has yet to be written, so we'll find out as time goes on what will happen, or where I'll go. So with that said, though, it's time to go back in time. So we're going to go back in time to watch one of my older videos. This one is going to be about a location that is local to me, and it's something tragic that happened back in the 90s. And as I pull this up, we'll be able to watch the video. Give me a moment here to get the screen situated. So this is the GoX powder mill Let's skip the ad there. So this was a powder mill. They did make gunpowder, and back in the 90s, I was actually working at Kmart, my very first job when I was 16 years old. The powder mill exploded. Heard it and almost felt it several miles away, and there was a few deaths involved with it. It was an accident, and it shut down the factory, the operation of it. And up until recent years, most of the place was intact. You could go there. It was almost like a ghost town. All the buildings were there. There was vehicles there. It was like they walked away from the business. In more recent years, though, they did go through and raise a lot of the buildings, and the property's overgrown. But we're going to show you what's left of it now. It's almost 16 minutes long. I was there with Jeff Grant Media, and we're going to give you the history on the place and show you what it looks like in modern day. So this will be pretty fun to watch. I will share my commentary again throughout, but a lot of it will be visuals and some subtitles on the screen. So let's get started with that. Just let me know if I need to adjust the volumes at all on the video or myself. This is situated right outside the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton International Airport too. It's very nearby to the airport. And some of the land is getting reclaimed today. They're going to be doing some type of construction there that's going to affect the property. I was able to drive 3/4 of the way there, and then everything else on foot from there. Trolley house is cool. Yeah, the trolley is at the restoration shop, which will be completed in a few years. So complex opened in 1912, so it has a long dated past to it. These are the old roads that went through the company, through the complex here. And here's some of the bunkers that are still in existence. They would store different materials. But these are pretty neat though. They're buried in dirt, obviously to help with protection in case it was to ever explode. But it was one of these bunkers that were like this that did indeed explode.
What's that? One of the old powder bunkers?
The roof cam, yeah, that was with my little cube camera put in on the roof of my Ford Edge at the time. Yeah, I wish I was filming back in the late 90s, early 2000s, because it would have been some incredible footage. Explosion killed 14 workers between 1916 and 1971. So it has a very troubled past with accidents and explosions. But as far as I know, these are still there. They are right near the runway of the airport, but they are doing construction back there, and it's difficult to get back there now, and they're probably going to be taking these down at some point if they haven't already. There's Jeff trying to get the shot with his DSLR. Big camera for exploring. Some bunkers here are better shape than others. Partial collapse inside of there. And back in the car and continue our trip further into the property. It's more commonly used for ATVs, off-roaders, stuff like that. This also goes along a section of the northeast extension of the turnpike near the Pittston Exchange. You can actually see part of this property when you're going down the turnpike from Taylor towards Pittston. Off on the right hand side there are some building walls and other things that, like you see right here, you can see these parts of this from the turnpike. Yeah, I said early 2000, that would be the ideal time to see it. Most people who would come back here now wouldn't know what they're looking at because of how much it's changed, but it was left untouched for years though. So you can see how the company changed names at the one point. Got some fallen walls here. A lot of graffiti, of course. Some of it actually kind of creative, not too bad. It's not your typical stuff you would see at most places today. Lots of concrete, a lot of walls, a lot of foundations. There's also railroad tracks here, like almost like narrow gauge tracks. They used almost like coal carts or ore carts to transport some of the materials through the property. They're severely overgrown now, but they are still there though. If possible, I wouldn't mind getting back here and doing an update on it. What is this, an ad?
Searching for family vacations?
Sorry about that. I didn't know this was going to happen.
They search millions of amazing
Okay. If I could get back here, I may do an update on it, but it's going to be obviously not any better than what we're seeing today.
See all the railroad ties down here in this lower section?
I don't know if there was QT at the time. I wasn't paying attention for him back then, so we'll see. Maybe he's in the video. There was like a trestle you could see right there in the bottom left-hand corner that would have went into there with rails. So they had a pretty awesome setup here to transport the materials. May 15, 1991, 3 workers died from an explosion. Inside a sifter house, a 4th employee stood approximately 400 feet away, was blown against a beam, and suffered a back injury. We got Gina, who was there in 2014. I believe this was filmed in 2017, if I'm not mistaken. Again, what we're looking at now is different buildings. Some of them were used for storage, some for operations. Some of them had equipment. Everything was pretty much stripped to the bones after they came through and kind of raised the property. Thankfully, there's still stuff to see here, but it's nothing like it would have been if we went back in the early 2000s. Early 2000s, you were literally walking into an industrial complex that was abandoned. You can see the latch there for the hinge. Yeah, I'll have to scout it out, Mike, and see if it's accessible. I did take a ride by a few months ago, and they did have a gate there and a lot of equipment trucks, so I'll have to see if it's doable or not. It's a really long walk back, so if I can't drive back, I probably wouldn't go. But it is a cool location, though. Yeah, there's that bridge, the trestle you can see. It's elevated. It would have carried rail lines with like ore carts, as I call them, to different parts of the property. It's probably the quickest form of transportation for transporting materials was by rail. They even had a little mini cross rail where it was like a turntable where it could rotate to switch the ore cart from one track to the other. Good sized buildings here, though. That's okay if you're late. Thanks for stopping in. We're just checking out one of my back in time videos. This is an abandoned powder mill that had several deaths, most recently up into the 90s. I assume if we went back today, it'd be a lot more graffiti. Actually, a strange piece in the wall there. It almost looks like Jesus or God with like a giraffe coming out of him. I've seen that actually on bridges on Interstate 81. And there's some eyes up above too, like googly eyes. I wonder if that's QT's early sign. I don't know. But I've seen that graffiti piece in more than one place. Yeah, I've been to Gettysburg. I need to get back there too. So GoX was the most recent name that it was known as, and GoX, I believe they're still in business today, if I'm not mistaken. They did make black powder. Extremely flammable, obviously, but even with the precautions they took, accidents still happened. Oh, is that QT that we just saw there? Wait, I just looked away. Hang on.
Second floor on it.
That might be QT. Holy crap. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. If you need me to go back, I'll show you again. But that, I believe, was QT.
Yeah, that's where the rail cars came in.
Not his usual tagging form, but there was a Q and the T was attached to it. Again, back then I wasn't really paying attention for those, but I'm pretty sure he's been here. Again, right where Jeff is standing there, that trestle would have came right into there with rails on it to bring a rail car or cart with materials. And there I am rocking the Ghostbusters hoodie. Who are you going to call?
I think they brought the cars into here.
It's only in shambles now what it used to look like. Right there the cars would have stopped and either to be loaded or unloaded. It was really a really cool setup. Nothing like you'd see today. It says it was here. Is that Pennywise? There's my sound effects. 8:30 p.m. 2 explosions. I was working, like I said, at Walmart. Out in the parking lot grabbing carts. I heard those 2 explosions.
Yeah, right there. It's not bad.
Was there another QT? I guess I missed that one. But yeah, he gets around, or she, whoever they are. The location, the location of this is really cool though because again, it borders both the turnpike and the airport, so it's kind of nestled in a little
See a camera.
spot. And there is active rails that go through. There's a short line that uses it sparingly, but there are rails that border this property too. For I think it's for the Luzerne and Susquehanna Railroad. Who are you gonna call? I'm gonna call JP. Somebody's having a beverage back there. This building's lined with a lot of wood, though. Not sure what it would have been used for, but definitely not for storage of anything explosive, because they would use concrete. And there's that open air design. Got the sky windows there. There's some old insulators. Telephone pole. Thank you, Nicoletta. Oh, there's more QTs. We see him. Look in the distance there on the wall. Got some funny faces and his letters. He did alter his faces in more recent years, but that is definitely him without a doubt. I'll be. I bet we're going to come across him on some of my other videos as well. You can see where tools would have been there.
Yeah.
Oh, these
Only pay
darn
for what you need
ads.
with Liberty Mutual.
Dad, where are Leno's pants?
You'll have to ask Lena.
Let me skip this. Come on. Sorry about the ads here. I did not put these in. I'm not signed into YouTube here. But yeah, I wanted to go back and show you this really quick. You can see the scarring where they would have had tools placed: shovel, broom, hammer. So this is probably a tool room, supply room. I thought it was kind of neat how you could see the outline. This was a home, actually. Believe it or not. It doesn't look like one today, but it was indeed a home. And it was later turned into probably like a break room or something. But it was a little tiny, like a one-room home at one point. Ninth location, possibly, yeah, maybe. There's the GoX black powder. They do have other factories in different areas, which like I said, as far as my understanding, it's still in business today. But the final explosions here that killed the men is what put this location out of business. Because there's just too many deaths took place here. This is probably sleeping quarters too, maybe for if it was manned like 24/7. Move its operation to Louisiana in 1997. Got this corrugated pipe here, and it actually goes down quite deep. Might not want to drop something down there. Didn't see Cliff though, or Pennywise, so. And here's a look at this. Was like an elevated rail line. What's left of it anyways. Again, like rail carts, ore carts, coal carts, type of that stuff was very important here with maneuvering of the materials. Yeah, from 97 to 2000, place was left untouched. Literally, everything was left how it was the last day it closed. This is a neat little elevated narrow gauge line.
Pretty cool.
In 2001, there was a fire, arson, obviously, burned a lot of the buildings. That's why all you really see is concrete.
Right to the top.
You look from the top, looking down, see the rails.
Yeah, there's tracks here.
They would have been pulled up with a hoist or a winch by cable. Barely hanging on with its structural integrity, but still cool to see what it used to look like. To do a QT series, you'd have to go back and revisit all these locations again to document it. It's bizarre how many places he's been to that we've visited, or I visited. They said about plans were mentioned about developing into industrial park, but they were put on hold to the proximity of the airport, which is very, very close. Yeah, the most recent explosion dam was in 1996. 1991, though, was pretty bad as well. Just walking through, I believe, into one of the bunkers here. Solid concrete walls. Looks like a fire did take place, though. You see the black on the walls. You see more rail ties where there would have been rails elevated up in the air. Well, that's crazy, Jill. Glad to hear that he avoided that. So that is GoX Powder Mill in Moosic, Pennsylvania. Let's get that off there. Okay, so what did you guys think of that? If you're local, do you have any memories of that place or know anyone that worked for that company? I spoke to a few locals after that video was made and heard some different stories. But again, what I would give to be back there in the early 2000s or around 2000 with the camera to document it, as it was a fully intact, abandoned powder mill, like with everything there. Vehicles, equipment, buildings, documents, everything was there untouched. And very few people like myself and Mike and other locals who've been through there remember what it used to look like. The rail carts were still there, the rails. So if you guys are maybe interested in seeing an update for that, I will try my best to leave your feedback down below or in the comment section if you like me to try to get back there and do an update. I can maybe bring a few of the other guys with me, but not sure if I can make it happen, but definitely a possibility. But again, it's not going to look any better than what it does right now. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, I like sharing the older videos. Again, I didn't do much talking, didn't do any intros, outros. I just focused on the location, which I think is a good thing. But as you said, I did share the history and make it as informative as I can. Yeah, I couldn't imagine what it would be like in that property when that explosion went off, because I heard the explosion, almost felt like the blast from it a couple miles away from it. So to be anywhere near that when that happened, I couldn't imagine. Probably men were probably lost their hearing for the rest of their life, and maybe even have like, I don't know, like almost like what's it called? PTSD, something like that from that happening. It'd be kind of crazy. Is it still standing, or are there plans to demolish it? As far as I know, it's still there, most of it at least. Further back, I know, because when you drive the turnpike going south, I can still see the buildings there. The bunkers near the airport may be gone at this point. I'm not sure, but if Mike is interested or Adam or someone wants to try to go back there, I can scout it out and see if it is indeed accessible. If it is, I could do an update. But again, it's too far to walk. But if I could get a vehicle back there to at least get as far as I went last time, it'd be doable. It'd be neat to see the location again and maybe do some more in-depth searching for QT. Well, the explosions were deemed accidental, but as to what set them off, it could be anything. It could have been someone smoking, could have been a spark from a piece of equipment, could have been electrical surge, could have been anything. So that does conclude everything for tonight. I will chat with you guys for a few moments here. If you guys want to talk about anything, if you want to share anything, if you have anything regarding videos or updates on your channel that you want to let people know about, you're welcome to. I will. Drone footage you can't do. It's drone footage. You can't fly drones within 5 miles of an airport. That's literally like 500 yards from an airport. Impossible to do drone footage unless you have a non-GPS drone. And even then, if they spot you flying that around, you're going to be in some serious trouble. But again, anything you guys want to share, you want to ask, you want to mention, you're welcome to now. The spotlight is yours, so use it however you want. JP line of toys. I wouldn't mind getting like a JP figure of me like this, you know? Like with my blue hat on, wearing a blue shirt, holding a camera. That'd be kind of cool to get something like that made. And Mike, like I said, if you want to get back there, let me know, and I'll see what I can do to find out if it's doable or not. Steven says he went to Booyah yesterday. Outstanding and delicious. Awesome, Steven. Glad to hear it. Definitely one of our new favorite places. The amount of food they give you is ridiculous. Oh, a couple of things I want to share too. Let me get the links here. If you haven't heard yet, I do have a meetup event coming up. The first one of 2020. It's coming up March 28th. The link I'm dropping right now is for the video sharing all the details. And the next link here is going to be for the Facebook event page. If you don't have Facebook, don't worry about it. You could just watch the video. But this Facebook event page will have information regarding the event, and you can stay up to date for any changes, including bad weather or something like that. But if you are able to go on Facebook and want to go, mark yourself down RSVP as attending. That way we have a good count. Right now we have, I think, 20-some people already attending to come, and over 60 to 70 people showing interest. So it's turning out to be a really great event that's shaping up for 2020, March 28th at the Carlisle U.S. Army Heritage Museum. Fantastic place, indoor, outdoor, free museum. A lot of cool things to see there. A lot of photogenic opportunities. And it's going to be a great time. Can't wait for that. Thank you, Nancy. Yeah, I think Jill's talking about our drive stream, which was dedicated to her. We did go to Booyah Burgers and couldn't even finish the food with how much we got. I know Adam took some leftovers home. Me and Mike called it quits on the fries. We had to tap out, but we had such a good time that night. All of us had so much fun, and it's definitely going to be a lot more fun drive streams coming out. Next one I probably will do solo next week sometime probably. But again, a lot of great things planned for 2020. More live streams, more random live streams, more unique locations, more traveling. Just more fun in general. This year's already been a great start, and it's going to get even better. Candela, all right, so long. Have a good night. Yeah, if anyone knows QT, tell them to come. We'd love to meet them. Burger and fries. It was a good time. Yes, it was. This week coming up too, just to share a little bit of information. I do have a very busy week for myself. I need to get to a bunch of different locations to get some content filmed. I am starting to get to dwindle down on my backlog of videos. I'm almost up to date now. But this upcoming week, weather is looking pretty favorable. I'm going to be getting out probably starting tomorrow to film some locations. It's going to be a combination of nature adventures, abandoned stuff, cool, unique, interesting items. So a little bit of everything coming out this week, as well as Tuesday with the new Child Time episode. It's going to be a very, very busy week, but I'm looking forward to it. But no shortage of content coming out. If you are a Patreon member, you will find out before everyone else what locations I will be giving to film. I will share some updates and photos and stuff like that. But long, busy week ahead of me, but again, by no means complaining. I wouldn't have it any other way. I would rather do this any day of the week. Rain, snow, cold, warm. Didn't have to go sit in an office behind a desk. So just letting you know, a lot of content going to be coming out that's going to be filmed this week. That's going to help me get a little more of a backlog again. But within that time, again, uploads Monday and Friday. Wednesday will be no upload. That is my birthday. I will be streaming live for at least an hour, probably around 7, 8 p.m. I will share an update on my community tab and on Facebook, letting you know. One of these days I'll talk right. Letting you know what time I'll be going live just to hang out for my birthday. We're going to have some cake. Probably have a few laughs. Just hang out and have a good time. Did I have the time to check out the app Abandoned World? I breezed at it. I didn't really get to look at it too extensively, but I definitely will. Hope the weather's nice for your week of adventures. I hope so too. At least tomorrow I know it's supposed to be warm and dry. So tomorrow's video that I'm going to film is going to be somewhat local. It's a place I did film once before, but only a small section of it. I need to get back and return the whole entire thing. Either Tuesday or Wednesday, I need to go down near Schuylkill County, and I have probably 4 or 5 locations down there to try to get done in one day. And Thursday, we'll see what happens Thursday. But I don't want to linger any longer, though. I had a long day today, and again, a long week ahead of me, so I'm going to wrap things up here. I do want to thank each and every one of you for coming out to episode 12 of Sunday Night Live. And a big special thanks to everyone that did send out the P.O. Box items. Again, this, not to shame anyone on what they sent me, but this is my favorite item. Those of you that know me, Barb knows me, I love blue. I love railroading. And something like this was extremely thoughtful. Dana did a fantastic job with her butterfly. And I will give updates on what Lily thinks of her items that she did receive as well. All the super chats and birthday wishes were greatly appreciated as well. Again, I've said 100 times, not to be repetitive, but you guys are awesome. I to this day, I still consider you as a part of my extended family, a great group, bunch of friends and family. And I look forward to each and every time I get to chat with you, whether it's a live stream, a premiere, or just reading your comments. But hopefully you guys enjoy the week ahead. Make sure you don't stress yourself too hard. If you do, you can always come back to my channel, watch one of my goofy videos or adventures, and take your mind at ease. So, with that said, I want to thank you so much for watching today. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video.